Hey there, this is Paul Murphy. So in this video, I want to show you the most powerful marketing tool on the planet, which is free. Okay, this is 100% free, and also you do not need to put yourself on camera to use this. Okay, a lot of marketers are using Facebook because they don't put themselves on camera, right? But if you can utilize YouTube actually I've got 6 channels, 5 of those channels I do not put myself on camera. In fact, 99% of niches it's not relevant to put yourself on camera, but we still utilize this method. Now I want to show you that this is what I'm doing so that you can actually see that it's me, and then I'm actually going to show you how you can do that, and I'm actually going to give you a free 10-part course which actually shows you how you can basically just replicate this and transform your business. This is not something like fly by night. This is here to stay, and it is super powerful. So as you can see, we've got these listings here. These are the search terms if you want to go and do them. Webinar Jam, $1 trial, Kartra trial. Kartra's the biggest rival to ClickFunnels at the moment, as you can see. Short tail, very competitive keyword. I'm incognito, I'm not signed in, so you'll be able to get the same results. And you'll see from here that these listings are right at the top on the front page of Google. Now the first 3 listings on the front page of Google get 90% of all the traffic, and the rest of the 10% goes to everything else. And that's why we don't do SEO anymore. A few years ago, I had a bit of an unfair advantage because I started in 2002, and I was able to put my website on the front page of Google. It used to take about 3 weeks, but I'd put my website on the front page of Google immediately because 1, there was hardly anybody doing it. People just weren't quitting their jobs and doing that sort of stuff back then. And 2, it was really easy. Like the algorithm just looked for a couple of things, and then it would rank because the algorithm hadn't quite developed to where it's at now. And so I had that sort of unfair advantage, and I was able to put my listings at the top of Google. And when I first got those listings, even though it was only like 10% of the people that are online then that are now, I was absolutely crushing it. Like I was getting like insane amounts of traffic. And Google didn't do ads back then, so the ads weren't taking any part of that traffic away either. So it was kind of like insane, and that's kind of how I got hooked. But over the years, obviously, Google were then applying all these penalties, and my websites were sort of going down and down the rankings, and eventually they just disappeared altogether. And SEO, like most people that I know, don't really bother with SEO anymore because not only can you can't get in these top 3 listings unless you've got a big, massive budget and a big, massive campaign. Secondly, it can take up to 6 months to get optimal rankings for these short tail keywords. So what we've basically discovered was about 2 years ago, we noticed this carousel, and we started running some tests, and we were able to put all of our products and services in this carousel. And once we had actually built that authority with Google, which doesn't take very long at all, we're able to immediately rank products and services. In fact, if you go and try and advertise against the word like these keywords, for instance, if you want to go and advertise your product and you want to target the word Kartra trial, it will actually suggest my channel as something to target against. So it actually has already given me the authority around that, which means that when I promote videos and services around any of the products I promote, YouTube immediately puts them on the front page of Google. Like it's called the 24-hour ranking system because it literally puts them straight there. Now in 2002, it still took about 3 weeks for your listings to appear on the front page of Google. So if you think about it, like now, 2019, this system is more powerful than it was back then. And also we get a thumbnail, which is basically a billboard on the front page. And we're even, in a lot of the cases, we are outselling vendors. Because what this means is that people will actually people prefer, first of all, they prefer video to website. Okay, if you can go and check it out on Hootsuite. And also you can check it out on brandwatch.com. Brandwatch will actually, like I'll put a screenshot up here so you can see it. Like there's loads of statistics that actually YouTube is killing it. And this is one of the main reasons. I mean, obviously Google are promoting YouTube because they own YouTube and they want to keep people on their platforms. But another reason is that it's what people want. People would much rather watch a video than they would actually go to a website. So that's why they're putting these listings at the top here. And secondly, we are able to provide a second opinion because we're sort of preconditioned to do that now. If you think about it, when you go on holiday, do you go to TripAdvisor to check out a review? When you go to buy a product, you go to Yelp. In fact, Google will actually put the Yelp listings up on Google, and that's why they're putting these videos up, because they know that people would much rather go and check out what we have to say about products and services. And this works for e-commerce, it works for passions, products, services, service-based business. It works for anything that you can think of now is on YouTube. Okay, and like I say, 9 times out of 10, in fact 99 times out of 100, we don't need to put ourselves on camera, and in fact it doesn't serve us to do that. I'm showing you this because you can actually see it's me, but in my other channels you wouldn't actually see it was me, so I could just be showing you anything, right? But you wouldn't, you do not need to put yourself on camera in most cases. And in fact, if you've already got a product or service or e-commerce product, you can show people like unboxing, you can show people playing with the product. You can, you know, for instance, if it's like a ball, you want like this brand new dog training ball or whatever, you just show yourself playing with a dog, right? Or film somebody playing with a dog. In a lot of cases, just images. You can actually put images together to make a video, and you can use free tools to do that. Really, really straightforward, and you know, even with the basic methods, absolutely crushing it. And there's tools out there as well. There's paid tools and there's free tools, but you can see that these are. Look, this is another one. Everwebinar Jam free trial. You can see that, you know, you go in this carousel all the way along, and most of them are actually mine. And then you go to Kartra reviews. Like I say, Kartra is the biggest rival to ClickFunnels this year. It's kind of blown up the last couple of years, and you can see like this term I wouldn't be able to rank for this for SEO. And not only are we right at the top here, but we've got these billboards, and we're also ticking those natural boxes in the brain. And also we've got Kartra review here. You can see at the top here 2 listings here. This is my channel here. Demio reviews, this is a webinar platform, we're right at the top here. ConvertKit, 14 days free trial, right at the top here. 2 listings, literally without scrolling. But what we are noticing as well is that even when these don't appear at the top here, if they appear down or they appear on page 2, people will go and search out the video, because people prefer videos. They will actually appear in these video listings here, and they'll go over to YouTube as well. They'll actually go to YouTube's actually the second biggest search engine on the planet, if you didn't know that. So the first 2 places everyone goes to is Google and YouTube. So guys, if you're not putting yourself in this carousel, I promise you, you are like this is where it's at. This is the only place that you should be starting all your marketing. If you go to Facebook or some of the paid platforms with cold traffic, okay, like some of the pitfalls that we've discovered are that, one, you've got to test out a bunch of audiences before you find winners. Okay, that costs money. You've got to obviously spend a lot of money on marketing. So you know, first of all, you've got your you've invested in an expensive course, like a really good course that's actually going to show you Facebook. That actually takes time and money. If not, you go straight to an agency. Okay, any agency is not going to charge you less than $2,000 a month if they're good. Okay, if they're not good, or they're just learning, you'll get it cheaper. But then obviously that's going to take more time, because they're going to be testing out more audiences and learning their craft at your expense, right? So that's the next thing. And then on top of that, you've got you've also got your ad spend. Okay, so that's obviously going to cost you money. This is free. This is 100% free. And then on top of that, you've got your audiences, your creatives, your copy. Any Facebook marketer will tell you that you need to test all these things out. You need to split test lots of different things before you find those winners. Those costs start adding up very quickly. In fact, most ad agencies won't take you on for less than 3 months, because they need that time to kind of gather everything they need. And you know, the good ones will be up front with you and tell you how much you need to spend, right? But it's not cheap, okay? But what you can do with this is you can actually test out your audiences, gather all the data that your pixel needs for places like Facebook, Instagram. You can actually get a winning buyers list. So you can actually take that buyers list. You can create lookalike audiences. You can create a bunch of lookalike audiences off your pixel traffic, off of people that have come to your website, people that have taken certain actions. Give that to Facebook, and then Facebook will basically have everything it needs to find you winners a lot quicker out of the gate. So you can literally, and you also don't need to spend a penny of your own money on ads, because you take some of the profits. In fact, we only usually take a very, very small percentage of the profits to test out ads, and we test out ads, and then if it works, and it usually will, because if it's working here, we know that there's an audience, we know that there's buyers, then we can scale. And then Facebook then becomes the next part of the puzzle, not where we start, okay? Because most, like 99% of marketers are failing in the first year because I think they're getting it sort of all back to front and they're not kind of doing it. They're not starting with the free traffic strategies that are proven to work. And we've tried lots of different free traffic strategies. We've tried organic traffic on Facebook. We've tried organic traffic on YouTube as well. YouTube's quite good, on our email list. All of those things play a part, but this outstrips everything, because, you know, all I want to say here, right, is that, guys, people are putting in the search terms and looking for what it is you have to provide. Okay, if you've got a brand new product to market and you want to sell it, you just basically create some videos around the problems that product solves. Okay, we always buy things based on what a reason, right? It's like a sales process. If you go into a shop, we want to buy a pair of shoes for a reason. Either they're fashionable, or we want to look good at the wedding, or like our old shoes have worn out. Like, there's always a reason, so we just tackle the problem. Okay, so for instance, you've got a dog training course, or you're an affiliate for a dog training course. Okay, we just basically create 10 training videos, and then somebody will put in, how do I get my dog to walk on a lead? How do I get my dog to heel? How do I get my dog to stop barking? How do I get my dog to, you know, there's lots of different things that we do. In fact, I've been working recently with a client, and that's exactly how we did it. And then you create this like training series, which you can then give away to people at later date. That's another strategy we use. We actually will use that as a lead magnet to help people so we're always giving away free content, building know, like and trust. And then obviously, then you can sell your dog training course, and then people will buy it from you because they will actually have built that know, like and trust. Or you can literally just create some know, like and trust in this video and just send them straight off to the dog training course, because at the end of the day they were probably looking for that anyway, and then they go off and buy it. Really super powerful. And we've got some kind of more sort of like in-depth ninja tactics as well on how to keep these there for years to come. So when you place these listings, you know, this one listing here, when someone clicks this, they're going to pay a lot of money for this. You know, quite often you can see cost per clicks for these ads, you know, $5, $10, $20, $30. Okay, people are prepared to pay that because it's right at the top of Google. Okay, this is free. Okay, and this is going to be free for a click, free for a lead. You're going to be building an email list, building your audience. So what you'll be able to do is take your high converting funnels, put them in front of people that are actually looking for them. Okay, this is the key part of actually testing out any campaign. If you do it this way, you will have successful campaign after successful campaign after successful campaign. Every single one of your campaigns will be a success, because the ones that don't work, if you place up a video and it doesn't convert, you just create another video around another product. Okay, it doesn't cost you a penny. Okay, and if you think, oh well, this costs time, yeah, of course it does, but so does advertising. Advertising takes a lot of time and money and testing. Okay, it's the same process, but it's free. Okay, there is no difference between you advertising on Facebook to advertising here. The difference is that this is free and it puts it in front of people that actually look for it. Facebook is paid, and it's trying to find people to go into the Aladdin's cave. It's trying to find people that are willing to buy from you. Okay, people are not on Facebook looking for your product. They're on Facebook to connect with other people, right? So Facebook's trying to put it in front of the right people. It's using all the data it has. This is actually people already coming to you looking for the product. So if you understand the value of that, then I've put together a free 10-part course. Okay, so this is not just like a crappy little opt-in. I'm not going to be sending you loads of spam and stuff that you don't want. This is training every single day for the next 10 days. I'm actually going to be, and nothing's more than 30 minutes. So if you've got a full-time job, you can look forward to the email. You can get the email, open it, and then you'll have a video there of me talking to you, explaining each part of the strategy and why it's so important. And then you'll be able to implement it, get your listings on the front page of Google. You'll get a dopamine hit, because imagine like putting yourself on the front page of Google for people actually looking at it. When I actually first showed my friend this, he was like, whoa, this is like incredible. You know, is this really possible? I was like, yeah, you can just put it right in front of people on the front page of Google. So do the smart thing, get the 10-part course, start your journey into actually suddenly getting profitable campaigns and profitable products. And I'll see you on the inside.